Lately, I'm thinking about only you, and you've infiltrated my system. How could you expose my weakness? Defenses are gone, and how? Hey, I'm John Paul Roney, and I've got a project called Boom Force. It's coming to Asheville, and the folks at New Mountain, Asheville, have asked me to make a little video for you guys and answer some questions. So I'm doing that from beautiful Lake Wauwatosa in McFarland, Wisconsin, where I'm making my record for the next couple months. So if you hear birds singing, that's not just my cheery disposition, that's literal birds singing all day. So I figure, if you can, why not go where the birds are singing, you know? Alright, so here are the questions. How did I choose the name Boom Forest? I had another band, and we were on tour all the time. We were driving in the van, and I saw a fighter jet fly by, and I was just interested in how a sonic boom worked, how, like, the physics behind it. So I looked it up, and it turns out if an object is moving at a supersonic speed, it makes a series of sonic booms, which kind of come out as cones, which look like trees. So the scientific term for those cones is a boom forest, and I heard that, and it was like those two words together just sounded like music to me, and it just sounded like a whole philosophy on music and making sound. And so that band when it broke up, I started doing solo stuff, and everything I've done solo has been under Boom Forest. So that's where it came from. I've been writing music since my first day of freshman year of college, which was 15 years ago, and 15 years ago. I was an opera performance major, and I got to class on my first day and realized I didn't like opera, and I didn't like college, and I wanted to do something else, so I started writing songs and playing guitar, and now here I am in Lake Wauwatosa. You know, life comes around full circle. Boom Forest has been a project since maybe 2010. I spent a lot of those years as like sort of off the grid folk artist. I wouldn't record anything, wouldn't use the internet. So it was only recently that I kind of decided to exist in the real world again. My songwriting process is usually just me spouting out nonsense and just making noise without thinking about it for about a half hour, and then I go back and listen, and there's always a song in it. Not always a great song, but there's always a coherent song in it for some reason. My favorite song to play live is a song called Holy Ghost, which is about my dad and God, and it's very cathartic because it's new, and I don't get to play it that often. So it's still every time I'm playing it, I'm discovering something new. So I really enjoy it when it's coming up on the set list. I've been to Asheville before. I spent some time there with my family, and I played Moog Fest a couple of years ago at the Orange Peel, and that was really cool. That was like, I think, the first time I'd ever tried to play solo. I was playing with an Ableton rig, and I was very, very elementary at the time and premature with the music I was making. So this tour will be my first full tour playing an electronic-based show. So it's kind of cool that I get to go back through Asheville, where it kind of all started for me. What I'm looking forward to, last time I was in Asheville, it was for a friend's bachelor party, and we ended up getting on this like multicolored school bus at 3 in the morning, and they took us to a space party in a suburb somewhere, and it was a fucking blast, and it was all just because we said yes to some random experience. And I feel like Asheville's always the place where if you say yes to random experiences, you can get into some cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to coming back and playing the show, obviously, but then saying yes to a lot of strange stuff. Okay, random stuff. If I could form a band with musicians, dead or alive, who would I choose to join me on stage? I'd definitely make music with Sufjan Stevens. I would definitely play with Sunlux's drummer Ian Chang. I think he's about the best alive right now. I would have my bass player Matt Wigton play bass. I love the way he plays. I love the parts he writes. And then I'd have the boys from Foreign Fields, Brian and Eric, come play with me too. They play piano and guitar. And then, I'd probably have George Harrison just hanging out too for the general good vibes. So that's my dream team. When I was a kid, the first CD I ever owned was Green Day's Kerplunk. I bought it at Walmart when Walmart was still sort of a weird Wild West store. And I saw it had a cartoon girl on the front, and I thought it was cool. I was like maybe 8. And I listened to it, and I was like, Green Day's cool. What else is out there? So that kind of started me on my journey of liking music that wasn't on the radio. If I could only listen to 5 bands or musicians for the rest of my life, who would I choose? I would choose Sufjan Stevens for sure, #1 draft pick. Then probably Cat Stevens, Radiohead, Joni Mitchell, and the Beatles. Very bread and butter. But yeah, that's my dream team. So thanks a lot for hanging out, and I can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be a very fun show. So come on out. See ya.
The dark